Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live. I'm your host, Mike Smith. Dan Ramey is on assignment today. We'll talk a little bit more about what Dan is up to here this morning, but we've got you live with all of our daily topics and some sports, some big upsets last night in area high school baseball and softball here in Ross County and over in Fairfield County. But we'll be telling you all about that coming up later in the program. Good to have you with us along on this Wednesday, April the 26th. We start out with our weather each day. Partly sunny skies and a high today up around 60. Cloudy and 67 tomorrow, a little warm up. And they're talking about a chance of rain for Friday, Saturday, and maybe even some early Sunday morning showers. So that is what we're looking at as far as the possibility of any rain here over the next couple of days. But looks like today and tomorrow, for the most part, we'll be in good shape. Fortunately, I got my yard mowed yesterday, so I got all of that taken care of. A lot to tell you about what's happening here today. Dan and I were, of course, broadcasting live in Circleville yesterday morning. We were to unveil our interview with Circleville Mayor Don McElroy. That's been delayed until this afternoon. We'll tell you, had a little bit of a technical glitch with that. We'll get to Don's interview later today. But all that coming ahead here on Litter Media Live. Don't forget our great friends at Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Regardless of which of these needs that you have in your home or maybe even at your business that you need to have some of this taken care of. They've been around for 4 decades and still going strong. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Of course, it's Wednesday. That meets Meet the Manager Day out at the McDonald's restaurants. 4 locations in Chillicothe, Circleville, Waverly, Greenfield. If you'd like to join the McDonald's employment team, stop in and talk to the manager. 2 to 5 p.m. each Wednesday at each of those McDonald's locations that we just told you about. Again, they'd love to have you on board if you're willing to come in. Good starting wages. If you're in the management, even better. McDonald's, I'm loving it. And our great friends at Scioto Valley Dumpsters here to help you with all of your cleanup situations, whether on your home, you're maybe doing some renovation, maybe you've got some stuff out on the farm you're wanting to get rid of. Give Carl Gerhardt a call. He can help you out. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 253-8389 for a quote. Let's move over into our news for the day. And this is where Dan is. The Ross County Local Emergency Planning Committee, through the Ross County EMA, they are doing a full-scale exercise. We told you about this during our broadcast yesterday. They're actually doing this over 4 sites, but the ground zero, if you will, in this drill is out at the Chillicothe Veterans Affairs Medical Center. So if you see a lot of activity out there, emergency vehicles and so forth, it's just an exercise, a drill. So don't panic. That's why they practice in case they do have to have a actual emergency situation to take care of that. But that is scheduled to wrap up about an hour from now. But Dan's getting some video on that, and he'll have a special presentation on that sometime over the next few days. Congratulations to Macy Long. Macy is a senior at Zane Trace High School, and she is going to be participating in the Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair in Dallas, Texas next month. She'll demonstrate her human ultrasonic echolocation device, that's even hard to say, that she designed to assist individuals who are visually impaired. Now, Macy was initially inspired to create a device for a dog that was blind, but decided to think bigger and design a tool to assist people. This is just a senior in high school. This young lady is going places, and in the immediate future, Dallas, Texas, to this International Science Fair. Congratulations to Macy. I know your science teachers out at Zane Trace probably pretty proud of you. Tracy Harris, Ross County Mobility Manager, and Jared Rickard of the Pickaway County Mobility Office hosted a one-day workshop for regional transportation agencies at the Ross County Service Center yesterday. Strategies were brainstormed for overcoming persistent transportation obstacles. Now, Adams, Brown, Highland, Jackson, Pickaway, Pike, Ross, and Vinton counties were all represented, as well as several state-level representatives. The workshop's focus centered on employment and medical transportation. That was held yesterday here in Chillicothe. A good friend of Dan and Mike for many, many years, Tom Kuhn, longtime director at the Ross County Historical Society, is retiring. And earlier this week at the annual meeting at the Historical Society, they presented Tom with a gift for his 30 years of service. Also, the late Henry Hernstein was given the first Capital Award for his longtime service to that organization. Bring the kids to the Lucy Hayes Heritage Center for a touchable, youth-oriented archaeology day. That'll be 1 to 4 p.m. this Saturday, April the 29th. Jeb Bowen, archaeologist with the Pickaway County Historical Society, is coordinating the event that will have children learn for 10 minutes at 5 different stations. Among the topics are geology, fossils, historical artifacts, and metal detecting. The Pike County Dogwood Festival gets underway this evening. Opening ceremonies at the Pike County Fairgrounds will be at 6 p.m. If you missed a story that we had on this a couple of months ago, for many, many years the Dogwood Festival has been in the village of Piketon. Well, it still kind of is, only they've moved the operations over to across the Route 23 to the Pike County Fairgrounds. But opening ceremonies tonight at 6, and that event goes through Saturday. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources Division of Forestry inviting teachers to join them for the 18th Annual Teacher Field Days to be held at Hocking State Forest June 15th and 16th. The theme for this year is Stranger Things in the Woods, where educators will learn from experts about many of the oddities found in our forest. As we told you, our interview that we recorded yesterday with Circleville Mayor Don McElroy was supposed to debut at 10 o'clock this morning, as it usually would in our Pickaway County Special Edition time, but a technical glitch has caused that to be backed up until later this afternoon, as I guess the good Lord was looking after us, because the new director of the VA Medical Center, Ken Mortimer, joined us for a special edition to fill in that morning slot. But again, our interview with Mayor McElroy is going to be debuted later today. Taking a look at our area roads here in Ross County, a bridge replacement project still going on State Route 138 between Austin Road and Mallow Road. During construction, traffic is being maintained using concrete barrier wall and temporary traffic signals. Now, this project is scheduled to go through this summer. So keep in mind, if you're traveling in that particular area between Austin and Mallow Road, that is open, but again, it's one lane of traffic, and that'll be the case through this summer. That's a look at our headlines. When we come back, we'll take a look at sports and some big local sports news, including a basketball coach coming out of retirement. All that ahead.
Hi, I'm Dave Pinkerton with Advanced Services Heating and Cooling, your local heating and cooling expert. If you want quality service, quality installation, give Advanced Services a call, 740-773-4499.
If you can't give true love to me, I'll understand. Just
it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
All right, moving over into the world of sports, if I can find it here. Is that where you are there? There we go. Looky here. Longtime former Huntington boys basketball coach Rick Uhrig is coming out of retirement after about a decade to lead the Huntsman program. While Rick was coaching at Huntington before for about a decade, he was a two-time All-District Coach of the Year, twice an SVC Coach of the Year, had a league champ there, a sectional title, and 2 district runner-ups. Rick will be coming back to lead the Huntington boys program after Kyle Bradley announced his resignation to go over to Waverly. So Rick Uhrig making a comeback for the Huntsmen. Pretty big night, big news night for Huntington. They also beat number 4 state-ranked Unioto 4-3. That was the first loss for the Unioto Shermans in SVC play. So Ed Yates, in his last year of coaching before retiring, he's a master, and he pulled off with his kids a big upset over Huntington last night. Another biggie in top 10 ranked action, only this in softball. Last night, Teays Valley, ranked number 7 in the state, losing to Lancaster. The Lady Gales beat them 6-0. So a big one there for the Lady Gales of Lancaster. Hey, 2 in a row for the Cincinnati Reds. They beat the Texas Rangers yesterday, and what a comeback. They were down 6-1 in the 8th inning and rally to beat the Rangers 7-6. I think I heard that it was the biggest comeback as far as that late in the game for a Reds team in, 15 or 20 years. I was kind of surprised by that. But, yeah, Reds and Rangers wrap it up, I think, later today. Not so good news for the Cleveland Guardians. They lost again to the Colorado Rockies by a score of 5-1. I believe their wrap-up on that series is also coming up here later today. So that is a look at sports. When we come back, we'll wrap things up with our This Date in History. Yesterday, we were talking about 1953. Well, we're just going to add one more year and take you to 1954. All ahead on Leonard Media Live.
You asked, we delivered. New Mike's Hard Lemonade Zero Sugar. Zero sugar. Amazing taste. Years in the making. Now that's a drink worthy of the name Mike.
This is Big Chillicothe. Horizon's 100% fiber internet service is coming to your area. Call 740-772-8331 or visit horizonconnects.com/Chillicothe to sign up today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
All right, time to wrap up our daily program, and we always do it with a little historical moment. This date in history, 1954, the Salk polio vaccine field trials involving 1.8 million children begin at the Franklin Sherman Elementary School in McLean, Virginia. Children in the United States, Canada, and Finland participated in the trials, which used for the first time the now standard double-blind method, whereby neither the patient nor attending doctor knew if the inoculation was the vaccine or a placebo. But it apparently worked because polio, which had been such a plague to the world for so many centuries, is finally mastered by the vaccine on this date in 1954. That'll wrap it up for today's program. Again, Dan is on assignment. He'll have special programming on what he was videoing in this local emergency planning exercise. It was a drill, practice drill, and that'll probably be coming up sometime later this week. And also, don't forget to go back. If you missed our interview with the new Chillicothe VA Medical Center Director, Ken Mortimer, that went live on our Facebook. That's still there if you want to look at that here later today. And also, we'll have the debut release of our interview that we recorded yesterday in Circleville with Mayor Don McElroy. That'll come out sometime later today as part of our usual twice-a-month Pickaway County Special Edition. Again, we had a little bit of a technical glitch that kept us from getting it on the air this morning. That's a wrap for today. Dan should be back with us at this time tomorrow when we go through the Thursday edition of Litter Media Live. So until then, for Dan Ramey, this is Mike Smith saying from all of us at Litter Media Live, have a great day, everybody.